green and teal stage development is that like ability to change your thoughts to be like, oh, like I'm thinking in this way that's causing me suffering and take the
Yeah.
actions to change your behaviors to have a better life. And then as you move into blue and indigo stage, it's more about seeing that the thoughts aren't you and the thoughts um, don't even need to create suffering in the first place. So then you don't need to change them anymore and you don't need to take
Mhm.
actions and you don't even need to cope because everything is just fine as it is. And so it's really quite different. But it's hard to get the mind to the place where it sees that, oh, this thought that like, oh, I'm going to be embarrassed if somebody sees me with these walking sticks.
Yeah.
If you're identified with that thought, you feel like you are the one that's going to be embarrassed, then it's suffering.
Mhm.
But as soon as you disidentify from the thought and you're like, oh, that thought just popped up, then you no longer even need to be embarrassed. And you don't have to do the mental work of being like, of the cognitive reappraisal or like all of the positive psychology
Reframing.
skills. Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Lucas.
No, no, I was yeah. You have to reframe and do all those scaffolding things to to see reality in a less painful way. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
and Lucas and I are
just
both
reality
trained
and that's
in, go ahead.
You're both what?
Lucas and I are both trained in positive psychology.
Oh,
And so it's
right.
like all of the skills are incredibly useful for most of our lives. Gratitude,
Yeah.
self-compassion, all of the mental skills. But then at a certain point, you're like, I am so exhausted with like trying to change my thoughts and emotions all the time that, I mean, it kind of comes back to your comment about suffering, where it's like, I'm just so tired of suffering and trying to reduce my suffering that something kind of breaks. And then ironically, the suffering goes away. So it's like a weird paradoxical thing.